I've Vanessa Ruck, the girl on a bike, and in this video we're going to be looking at some awesome, slightly unusual and affordable presents for the loved ones in your life, particularly if they like motorcycles and adventure. So it is time to buy presents, whether that is Christmas, birthdays, or just because you love them. But sometimes it can be really hard to think of unusual and really meaningful presents that they're actually going to want to use and have as part of their life. So often we get given presents and you're like, cool, thanks, that's really great. And you use it like once a year, if that. So hopefully this video is going to give you some present ideas for the adventure motorcycle lovers in your life that they're actually going to really cherish and get a lot of use out of it. So let's dive straight in. The first one is an intercom. Now, if you've seen me riding on any of my stuff, you'll know that I always have an intercom on my helmet, and I have been a long time user of the Cardo intercoms. So this is what an intercom looks like. It clips onto your helmet, and I'm a fan of Cardo. They do a range of models. Now, the Edge is their top spec one. This is going to set you back the most money. And then they also have lower ranging ones, including more customizable ones like the Custom, where once you've bought the actual model, you can change the software on it to give you more features. Now, with an intercom, it's not just about the fact that the two of you will be able to chat. Maybe you don't want to talk to each other on a motorcycle, but you can with an intercom, but it's so much more than just that. You've got music, mapping, you've got just the shared experience, and there's a whole list of reasons why I use intercoms, and you can check out my other video for that. But a Cardo intercom is a really good place to start. Now, most of the items on this list I have absolutely no connection with the brands of. I want to be clear with that. But I do actually have a discount link for Cardos, so you can get yourself up to 25% off Cardos. I will put all the links into the comments below. Right, moving on, we then have a torque wrench. So, whether your loved one is into mechanics on their bikes or not, the reality is that very often our motorcycles do need a lot more care and attention. The average car is just going to be taken to a garage and be serviced, but the average motorcycle, you are going to be doing some spannering at home. And every single bolt on your motorcycle is going to have a torque value for its correct fastening. Now, this is both for safety, but also saving you money in your wallet, because if you accidentally torque up that engine bolt too much, you can crack it. The bill then comes. So a Teng Tools Torque Wrench is a really great present. I have a whole video on what these are, why you'd use them, and how to use them, including the importance of recharging them, which a lot of people don't know. So a Teng Tools Torque Wrench is a great option. You can get them in sets of 2, like this one, and depending on the bike that they have, you're going to want to do a tiny bit of research into the user manual to work out which Newton meter torque range settings that you're after. So do a little bit of research, but a torque wrench is a fantastic option. Next up, we have lights. Now, motorcycles have lights, but depending on your partner, maybe they like going mountain biking, maybe they like going enduro riding, and if you live in a country like the UK, the light disappears on us quite early in some times of the year, and so an Oxbow light is a fantastic option. Now, I used these when I did the Hard Alpi Tour, which was a 40-hour race in the Alps, and we had them on our helmets or on our handlebars. They are incredibly bright and last for a really long time. That's on the flashing mode. We're going into disco. They come with a battery, totally rechargeable, and really, really versatile for whether you want it on your helmet, on your mountain bike, on your motorbike. The Dawn Till Dusk event in South Wales, which was a great event in the UK calendar. These are a really good one for the night riding. What about your motorbike? So your motorbike often needs a lot of love, but the most common failure on your motorcycle is actually the battery. And the battery is something that we should be looking after, and that is where a CTEK smart maintenance device comes in. Now, if you get the correct CTEK device, this can actually make your battery last more than 3 times longer. So that's actually saving you money, because one of these is cheaper than 3 batteries. And they also do one of these that will charge both a lead acid and a lithium battery, which means it will intelligently know what battery you're putting onto and make sure that your bike is always, or your loved one's bike, you could always steal it for your bike too, right? Is always fully charged, ready to go with the optimum battery health. And now there is going to be another video on my channel as well about why these are such important pieces of kit. Can you hear me? Is my mic still working? Or is that your hearing? So the next present idea is earplugs. Now on a motorcycle, there are some terrifying stats about hearing damage. You've got constant wind noise and the vibrations, the noise going through your helmet, and something ridiculous like from 50 miles an hour as low as 5 minutes can do permanent hearing damage. Now, if you're with someone that you plan to be with for a while, it's probably worth giving them some custom molded earplugs so that they can actually hear you when you're sitting by the fireplace when you're getting old. They are definitely more expensive than just getting reusable ones, but these are custom molded to your ears, which means they're really comfortable. You don't get fatigue wearing them. And because they have filters in them, you don't have to fight the torque as much. You can still use your intercoms and have a conversation, but it gets rid of the bad noise on a motorcycle. Now, what about the temperature? We're not always on a motorbike. Sometimes we're just out in the garden or in the pits. And so a MotoMac is a really good, warm, cozy thing to have. I first discovered this in winter at Valleys Extreme, which is South Wales and just bleak environments. There's lots of different brands that make things like this. It's effectively like a giant wizard coat that is fleecy lined, windproof and waterproof. It goes all the way down to just below my knees. It has pockets and it doesn't matter if you get it filthy. They go in the washing machine and wash really easily. It's got pockets, it's got a hood, and this is probably one of the warmest snuggle things I've ever experienced. So this one is a MotoMac and it's got some kind of duck or something, I think, on the back, but you can get loads of different brands of these. Stay warm and toasty. Okay, keeping on the theme of warmth, we know that when you're on a motorcycle, depending when you live, there are different temperatures, and some decent base layers is really a good present idea for someone. Little secret, cotton should be banned on a motorcycle. If your partner or whoever it is you're buying a present for ever goes near their motorcycle in cotton, you literally need to rip it off them. Don't know where that could lead, but cotton should be banned on motorcycles because it is a really bad layer for warmth, for heat, for everything. It holds moisture. So some decent technical base layers are a really good idea. I'm a big fan of the Alpine Star's technical layers for warmth. If you start to look at some of the fibers in them, they've got loads of amazing fibers. Even in the desert, where sometimes I have faced 52 degrees, I will still wear full length base layers underneath, and you're actually cooler with the correct materials, sweat wicking underneath your clothing. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000, 2,000 pound incredible motorcycle jacket. If you've got the wrong materials onto your skin, then you will not be the right temperature. So, decent thermals. Now, if they're a really cold person like me, you could also throw in a heated jacket. I recently did the Himalayas, smashing stuff with the little bit that tags in. So this is really easy to install on your motorcycle. Basically, it just pops 2 clips onto the battery. But I recently did the Himalayas and we had a range of temperature from pretty much like -2 or 5 all the way up to 27 degrees, and this jacket kept me alive because it enabled me to turn it on and keep warm. I have the Mosko Moto one, but again there's a whole range of heated jackets on the markets, and this one I particularly like. I can't actually do it up right now with my baby bump. That's quite funny. Stay tuned because maybe I'll do a good present ideas for a 1-year-old video in the not so distant future. But what the great thing is with this jacket is it's actually quite a warm, comfortable jacket before you've even plugged it in. So it's very versatile on and off the bike. I'm now stuck in it. There we go. And moving on. Tank bag. So when you're on a motorcycle, depending on their bike, a tank bag can be a really handy thing to have. Top tip, if you're gonna give them a tank bag, stuff it with some snacks, because everybody needs snacks. I've got some protein bars, some peanuts, some Haribo. This is really easy to install on any motorcycle. I tend to be fortunate enough to travel and also have a couple of different bikes in my garage, and it literally just loops around the front and cable ties down to the frame. So it's very versatile to swap around between bikes and is really, really good quality. Also waterproof, so if you want to have your passport, your wallet, phone, etc., it's right there on the tank. Really handy piece of kit. So that's the Pico 1 litre from Mosko. Okay, what else have we got under the table? This one is a really important one. Are you listening? It's quite heavy, so I'm going to have to lift it up. A Costco size supply of microwave popcorn. I said this was a really good list of presents. This is a really good list of presents. This is like the best popcorn there is. And the bonus is that they can eat this popcorn whilst watching my YouTube channel. Genius, right? If you're enjoying my YouTube channel, please do make sure that you subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. Say hi, don't be a stranger. I always love to hear from you. And please share any of the content that you enjoy with your friends. It would be very much appreciated. Moving on, what about your eyes? Okay, so goggles are a massive one, particularly if you're doing off-road riding. I've been a huge fan of the Scott goggles for a really long time. I probably should have washed my goggles before doing a video with them, but this dirt is actually authentic desert dust from having done the original Dakar earlier this year, and these are the actual goggles that I wore. But the main thing to think about with the goggles is the fact that they have a light sensitive lens inside them. So this is a Scott goggle with a light sensitive lens, and that is a very clever lens because it will change based on the environment that you're in, which means if you're in bright sunshine, they will tint up and turn into sunglasses. If you then go into a dark, dingy wood, they will then clear again and enable you to see. So they adapt to your environment. Fantastic if you're racing or just going out riding where the day is going to change. We know that our vision can be damaged by the sunshine, and these help protect that. So if you have been out enduro riding and getting yourself dirty, your bike could be dirty. So cleaning products are a really good option. There are loads of different cleaning products on the market. The option that I have here is the mint range from Oxbow Products. I like them because they actually genuinely smell like you'd want to eat them. I don't recommend eating fast finish polish, but some cleaning products, you can never really have too many cleaning products because they do look after our motorcycles by us looking after them. They can then look after us, and that relationship, cleaning your bike, helps you spot things going wrong. A little bonus add-on, I'm going to show you what is on the wall on the outside of our garage, and that is a hose lock hose reel. And it sounds like, what, you want to buy someone a hose reel? Yes, you do. You know, every time you get the hose out and then you're fighting this big long hose and it's all wet and you're trying to coil it back up on the holder and it's just in a mess, this thing just pulls out and it automatically goes away. It will save hours of their life. It's incredible. So a hose reel and some cleaning products. Next up, we've got some trousers. One of the most asked questions I probably have is what pants are those? And that's whether I'm on the bike or off the bike, because you seem to enjoy my pants. And it's the pants, not the bum, by the way, in case you were wondering. So the Revolution Race trousers are the ones I wear off the bike. I have them in, oh, don't make me count, maybe 16 colours now. This is an example. They're super hard wearing, versatile. They have air vents. You can kneel and work in the garage. You could strim in them. You could hike in them. They do ones that are shorts as well, so they're zip off. You can see the zip here, so this is shorts and trousers, men's and women's, really good fit, high quality. And then the ones that I wear on the motorcycle are the Woodsman by Mosko Moto, and they also have vents. They are water resistant on the front and on the bottom. I wear them desert races, enduro riding, adventure riding in -2 all the way up to 52. Really, really versatile. So some good trousers. I do sometimes get a discount code with Revolution Race, so stay tuned on my channel and you might see that. It's probably about once a quarter. They throw me a free outfit and I give you lot a bit of a discount, so it works quite nicely because you save some money and I get an extra pair of coloured trousers in my wardrobe. Okay. Next one I don't want you to hold your breath for this one. This is like a present idea for the future. And that is my book. I am in the process of writing a book. I've been telling you I'm in the process of writing a book for a couple of years, so I apologize it's taking a while, but there's a lot of emotion and energy going into this book. It's not a Vanessa book, it's a self-help book, basically, taking you through some of the things that I've learned through my journey coming from the accident and living with chronic pain now, with the hope that it will give you a little bit of energy. So my book is coming. It's not going to be a present idea for right now, but maybe you could like bank it for a future present idea. Okay, I think we have one more present idea down here. Here we go. So this one is a little bit random. Okay, so this one, if the person that you're wanting to buy a present for is maybe slightly lower on common sense, maybe isn't really trusted with some areas of life because they might kill themselves. For example, I've got a friend who helped me put a hanging basket up on the wall. Well, actually, he offered to put a hanging basket up on my wall and it fell down within about half an hour. He wouldn't be allowed this tool for the safety of his life. But if you've got someone who's quite sensible and understands the power of stuff, this is an absolutely awesome piece of kit. I haven't got the battery in it right now, but this is a little electric chainsaw and it is unbelievably powerful. But if you're going out mountain biking, hiking, enduro riding, ADV riding, where maybe you might find a tree down or you have a garden, this is just a really wicked piece of kit. I would love to whiz it up for you, but I decided it would be safer to not start whizzing up an electric chainsaw in the garage without full PPE. If you get them one of these, make sure they've got full PPE because this is, I mean, it could cut your arm off. It's a serious piece of kit, but it will save you so much time and you'll have loads of fun with it as well. So that is quite an abstract list of present ideas for someone in your life, and hopefully it has been useful. Oh, the mug. We should add that. Garage mugs. Who doesn't love a garage mug? I would be still just as heartbroken if my garage mug were broken, but I've got a set of these. This one's Shell, I think there's a Harley one. We've also got some cocktail kind of drinking glasses that are, yeah, cool mugs and stuff. We'll add that one in. So, that was a bit of a whirlwind. Hopefully you now have an idea of something to buy that special person in your life. If you think there's anything I should have added to this list, let me know. If you have any thoughts or comments on the randomness of the items that I have included on this list, also let me know. And I love to hear from you in the comments. I'm Vanessa Ruck, the girl on a bike. I'm a motorcycle rider, adventurer, racer, content creator and motivational speaker, and I really want to say thank you for being here on my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.